This is definitely embarrassing, and I will explain in a second what I mean by that. This is the all-new Chevy Colorado ZR2 Bison. So this is the AEV edition, and it's something. I borrowed it from Seiner Chevrolet here in Salt Lake City. It is available for sale. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see options and features on this build. At the very top is the description. So this is sterling gray metallic with the jet black and Artemis, as they call it. And here's a short listing of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause it. Base price is $47,100, and starting off the options is the ZR2 Bison for $11,700. So that has the Multimatic Jounce control dampers, bed-mounted vertical spare tire carrier, AEV front bumpers, the diff covers, all the covers on the bottom end, 35-inch tires, interesting, and a few other things. ZR2 convenience package was added to this one. This one also has a sunroof and technology package. Destination comes in at $1,595 with a total price of $63,835. And here are the Philly comment numbers right here. Why is this so embarrassing? Is it the price? No. The price is pretty bad, but go check out a Canyon with this same package on it. It's a lot more money. With that being said, this Colorado has, rounded off, 35-inch tires. You cannot get 35-inch tires on the Silverado ZR2 Bison truck, nor on even the GMC Sierras. Now on the HDs you can, but 35s changes the game. Like, it just changes it. This is the best looking mid-size pickup truck you can buy today. Now on the front end, you guys can see you have those off-road bumpers, amazing ground clearance. Now some people are going to complain about the pricing. Let's go ahead and unpack that for a second. I was online the other day looking at the Can-Am, what was it called? My goodness, it was really nice. It was one of those side-by-sides, and I was pricing it out. I think I got up to about 50 grand. So you're telling me for $13,000 more you can get this? It's still really, really overpriced, but look what you're getting. Off-road bumpers, LED headlights, high and low beam. Now they do use incandescent turn signals up front. You have this blackout front cameras, LED projector style fog lights, red recovery hooks, and oh yeah, you have some overbuilt skid plates down below. They go pretty far back, and active grille shutters. Off to the side, check out what you have. You have the Multimatic DSSV. So this does use spool valves. You do have a oil reservoir inside of there. This does have independent front suspension, double wishbone, steel upper and lower control arms. You have a aluminum steer knuckle inside of there, and you guys see right back there, what is that? You can see it a little bit better on this side. I'll show you another camera view, but that is your Jounce stop. So these are $2,600. They are not cheap, and they're going to help with overall stability if you're rock crawling, if you're going off-road at high speeds, and it should help with the shock too. So they should reduce the shock that you feel if you're going off on a really, really rough road as well. But let's talk about these tires. Don't these tires look good? I like the bubble look. I'm just saying, the bubble look is sick. AEV wheels. You can also see that these are the Goodyear Wrangler Territory MTs. I also have these tires. They do get loud over time, I will admit, but these are a different size. These are 315. Oh, here they are right here. 70/17. So that's basically 34.4 inches tall. So it's not a true 35. They're just rounding off, and they really shouldn't. It's like a 34-inch tire, or 34.5-inch tire. You can say that. And it's 12.4 inches wide. So it's a pretty big tire for a mid-sized pickup truck. Has 2,535 pounds of capacity at 35 PSI, huh? I might have to drive this truck. I can only imagine how this is going to drive at 35 PSI for the tire. Amazing. Great wheel design. They look like they could be B-lock capable. They do give you that fabric material for the front liner too. You have those plastic fender flares, rock rails off to the side here. And why wouldn't you get these? Now I'm gonna pick on Chevy a little bit. I do like how Toyota adds their rock rails. What they do is they install it into the framing, whereas Chevy, they actually install it onto the cab. So that means it's probably not a big deal, but I like the idea of sliding on these on the frame. Just saying. You have that blackout right here, as well as on the mirror caps, more cameras, smart key system for the front doors that are painted. And then this is where we're going to fill up at. And you do have more of those joust stops in the rear too. Also Multimatic. Another liner out back too. This truck is super loaded. And then here's that ZR2 Bison badge. AEV bumpers out back. They also have the recovery hooks in the rear too. Class, is that a class 3 or class 4 hitch? I believe it's a class 3 hitch. I can never remember on these trucks because I don't review them enough. They still give you a 4 and 7 pin out back too. And you do have a diff cover for that diff. You also have more protection for that fuel tank and for the transfer case. Hopefully you guys see all the way down there. They do remove that tire from out back. So you can probably put a fuel tank in the rear here if you need to, if you plan on going off-road for long periods of time. You guys see the leaf pack too. Looks like they give you 4 leaves in there. Yep, 4 leaves. Good stuff. And then backup camera, parking sensors, assisted tailgate, 400 watts of power right there. And they give you tons of tie downs in the bed. And if you need some little storage that's waterproof, you can put it back here. And then here's just a side view of the truck as well. That looks so good. If I needed a mid-sized truck, I would consider this. Looks really meaty. So here is that overbuilt 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. 2.7 liter displacement. It does have a fully forged bottom end, aluminum heads, 30% stiffer crankshaft, and it has 310 horsepower, 430 pound-feet of torque, which is pretty good in this segment. All that power goes to an 8-speed transmission, 342 rear end. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. I figured we'll go ahead and drive. I've done a few videos on this pickup truck, so if you want to see more of an interior shot, one, you'll have this camera view, but I've done other videos in the past. Gotta turn off these heated functions, so heated steering wheel, super hot, and then heated seats. You also have ventilated seats too. They should have everything at this price point, right? I really want to see how it feels in the city. I'm pretty sure on the highway it's gonna do well. Now I just looked at the yellow sticker on the door. It shows the tire pressure at 36. Let's see if I can see what it is here. So the tires are at 32 PSI right now. This is my first time actually driving one of these two. I haven't even driven a regular ZR2. Now let's see, you guys can probably look out back. That spare tire, even though it's behind me, it's still blocking my view to the point where I think I would probably rather just have the tire below the truck and have what little bed you have. But oh my goodness, man, this is nice. Oh man, this is so nice. 17-inch wheels for the win with as much meaty tire you can get. The 2.7 is quiet. You don't really hear it. I do like the fact that you can see some of your temperatures too. You can't even do this on the other half-ton HD trucks. Half-ton HD trucks is what I meant to say. But wide open throttle. Oh yeah. It doesn't even seem like you're lugging all along 35-inch tires. It doesn't affect it at all. It feels strong. Here's some train tracks. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, this truck is nice. You still have a tilt and telescoping steering wheel. And this seat, it goes back pretty far. I can actually come up quite a bit because I am not that tall. I mean, I'm like 6'1". I have long legs, but I feel like this seating position is fine, so I don't have to have the seat all the way back. And I'm pretty sure behind me, there's still not a lot of room. So if someone tall behind me, they're not gonna feel comfortable back there. But this is not a truck for a family. I think this is like a truck for maybe a couple who don't plan on having kids, or if they do plan on having kids, they're gonna have this truck until the kids are probably maybe 5 or 6. I mean, this is kind of small. I don't think I would buy this for my family right now. I think my kids are getting to that age now where this might be a little too small. But man, the way we went over that train track, even though it's pretty smooth regardless, like you can tell this truck is smooth and it feels so good. I figured you guys want me to go on the highway, so I'll just do it really quickly. I want to see if these tires can get any louder. Oh yeah, this truck has more than enough power. Steering wheel feels nice and firm. So between the tires and the suspension, that's why the truck feels so good on the road. Like, there's a little bit of body roll, like you can really feel that weight transfer from side to side. But these tires are gonna have a little bit softer sidewall, I would think, because of the tire pressure that they are maxed at. There's a little bit of road noise, honestly. I can't really tell. I feel like I hear the tires in that car next to me actually more so than I can hear these. But yeah, as far as the overall stability goes, this truck is a winner. I understand why someone would pay this kind of money for a mid-size pickup. If you're gonna spend 50 grand for a side-by-side, I think I would probably choose this for another 8 grand, because I'm sure you can get a nice discount on this truck too at Jerry Seiner. But let's go ahead and check out the numbers on the door. The gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 3,500 pounds. The rear is 3,400 pounds. All in, gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 6,350 pounds. 17 by 8.5 wide wheels, and all in, payload is 1,014 pounds. And you guys see the tire pressure is at 36 psi. So when you get the AEV Bison package, you're gonna see that payload magically disappear because of all these extra accessories, bigger tires, more skid plates, heavier bumpers. So yeah, all in all, still a really nice truck. This one didn't have a heads-up display, by the way, too. Yeah, this is definitely a small truck, a little bit of hard plastics in the rear. But I hope you guys liked the video. Definitely a nice pickup, but yeah, it's a lot of money. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. I don't know if I'd spend 65 grand for a mid-size pickup truck, but again, if I was in the market for a side-by-side, or it was just me and my wife, I would consider this. This is a really nice truck. It has a nice presence on the road. If I have a chance, maybe I'll do a MPG run in the future, maybe against like a Trail Boss, so you guys can have an idea of how these 35s are going to affect you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure your notifications are on. See you guys soon.